I am live. Alright, did one of these earlier on for Facebook. Weather's starting to break here in New Jersey. Felt like I was in the bayou or something, that I decided to drive to Louisiana. It was just one of those days which we get in the summer here in the New York area. Air conditioners are all running, and if get some people to show up, I'll talk to you about what's over here, this big thing, and kind of take you through it. So feel free to chat it up a little bit. I think show live chat messages. I think they're going to show up. Hold on. Yep. And if anybody's there, say hello. I got something to show you. Okay. I guess we kind of start from here. This is a 6 by 12 by 6.5 cargo trailer, sometimes referred to as an enclosed trailer. I've done a lot of work to this thing, and basically this is going to be first used to transport my equipment across country, and then it will be converted into a grip and electric trailer. So let's just talk about some of the decisions that I made. First thing is I decided to go with barn doors. So barn doors being two doors that open up, as opposed to a ramp, which you see with a lot of landscapers. There's some distinct advantages to a ramp, obviously, in terms of getting equipment on and off. But the disadvantage is it takes up more physical space when you open it up. With a barn door, you can open up just one door as well. So it's easier to access the truck from behind that way. And also, for me, I can always pick up for about $150 to $200 a good quality ramp that can be used and just stored inside of the trailer. It does have a side door and lots of LED lights as well. So there is access into the trailer here from the side door, which has a deadbolt. And I am starting the process of loading up my equipment in here. And the trick with these things, and if you're just starting to watch right now, it's a 6 by 12 by 6.5, is you've got to put about 60% of the weight in the front of the trailer. So that's up there. And then the rest of the weight distribution. Now I'm not going to weigh everything, but the way I'm going to do it is all of my grip and stands and everything that's basically heavy will be towards the front, and then as we start to get to the back of the trailer, I'll have the lighter stuff. Expect this thing to be filled up pretty much all the way. The goal is not to be able to work out of the trailer. It's really to transport equipment initially. And by the way, it has a light up there, which when you have this attached to your car, will actually light up the back of the trailer at nighttime. Those are your hazards and your brake lights. And nice tie-offs over here when you're opening up the door. So you can open this door and it'll hold it in place down there, so that the doors are fully open and you have full access, full width of the actual trailer itself. So the other thing that's nice about trailers is they're low to the ground. So it's very easy to get stuff in and out of them when you are just lifting stuff. And then of course, like I said, I'll probably have some sort of ramp system that will be living inside of there. I'm pulling it. Yeah, hey Ben, what's happening, man? I am barely breathing over here. I'm going to be pulling it with a Nissan Pathfinder, which has a 5,000 pound load capacity. The trailer itself weighs about 2,000, so technically I could load up about another 3,000. This particular trailer is actually rated for up to 7,500, and I made a couple of decisions. A lot of it had to do with safety. I got dual axle with brakes for this particular one, because I really wanted to make sure that, well, that myself and my wife and my kids were safe, and I just thought that that would make a lot of sense. Again, really great because it's 6.5 feet on the interior. So, I mean, not that it's a really big deal for me, but for people who are taller, you can actually work out of this trailer. And again, that's the heavy stuff there. You can see here I've got C-stands inside of this bucket that are in there, and then I have a lot of heavy grip equipment inside of these cases that if it were turned around is actually has like 30 or 40 different drawers that are for little knickknacks and stuff, so that's a pretty heavy piece as well. And then I'll put things like the ladders up front and things like that. And then the kind of key to the castle here are the ETrack system. So when I got the trailer, this stuff wasn't in here, and I bought it. It's about $150 for the track, and then I had them install it. I decided what heights I wanted these things at based on how I'm going to build this out. And then you have these ETrack things. So these are D-rings, and then they have J-hooks that just come off really easily. So you can see here. And they're inexpensive. I mean, this stuff, these things are like $7.50 each. Those are $4 each. You can use bungees with them, or you can get straps, which are also using the ETrack system. So there's a nice light inside of here, which will work when you have everything connected to your vehicle. And then that light, that's that, by the way, sorry, that's that light switch. And then there's another light switch, and that's the light switch for that outside light that I was showing you before, which is up there. Now, just to kind of swing around to the front of the trailer, over here, so kind of the key is this connector right here. It's a 7-pin connector, and you can either have a vehicle that has enough towing capacity retrofitted with one of these, or it is going to be included with a lot of newer vehicles. The Pathfinder we have has the female version of this, and then you just plug it in, and then that passes the information back and forth between the trailer and the car. And it's going to do two things in this case, because I have a dual axle with a brake. It's going to control the brake, and it's also going to control the lights. There's also a battery over here, and that has and is powering this safety cable, which gets connected to your vehicle, which will be over here, so that if this ever snaps off, what it will do is it will automatically engage the brakes on the trailer so it doesn't just roll down a hill. So overall, for me, for just a little bit more money, it was definitely worth it in terms of peace of mind. But the ETrack system, that is the magic sauce there, because I can rig this out any way I want. And fortunately, they make a lot of different things that fit into the ETrack system, and one of them is entire shelving systems. So the goal is that when this gets out to Oregon, and we finally have our house, because we're going to be renting in the beginning, we will take all of the equipment out that's going to be in the studio space, and then this will become a grip and electric truck, or trailer, I guess it's going to be called, grip and electric trailer. And so lots of shelves with milk crates, and then there'll also probably be at a certain point a taco truck, so that I can just pull that out and work from it. In fact, that might be what it is. It might be a taco truck that I can just attach to one side here of the trailer, and then have a portable ramp that just attaches right there, roll it down, and be ready to work. And then possibly a second cart, like an innovative cart, which would be a camera cart. So if I can do a taco cart and I can do a camera cart, then it'll be really, really fast work. And of course I'll rig it up so that there's places to hang C-stands and all that fun stuff. So this is kind of the new acquisition, and part of the decision was for us to move ourselves. And so I'm going to be driving a much bigger truck in a few weeks with the house contents, and invest in something that can be used for the long term, as opposed to paying all that money to have the move and pay as much if not more money and then just wind up with our stuff on the other side of the country. in this case, this investment means that I have something that I can use for the business as well. So any questions at all, feel free. I'll hang out for another second or two. But there you have it, the grip and electric trailer. I guess the C47 grip and electric trailer, or it will be eventually. Right now it's just going to haul a bunch of stuff. Thanks, Ben. Thanks for the luck part. I'll need it. And I guess in about a week and a half we'll be out for our first land over there, and that will not be for the move. I'll be going out there to teach film camp, and we'll park this trailer for a few weeks and then head back to the East Coast and do it all over again. Am I crazy? I am, but you know. Happy configuring. Hey Barry. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, you know, the fun part for me, you know, is the jigsaw puzzle. And I've already taken what's up here in the front and done slight moves here and there. I love it when things fit together perfectly, and so that's what I'm trying to figure out. And of course the weight distribution thing. So yeah, Barry, this the trailer route might be a good one. I would recommend getting dual axle and a brake system. You know, this 6x12 here seems to be the right size, that it's manageable in terms of driving, even on smaller roads. And I've never driven one of these in my life, so today was the first time. You're looking at the Mercedes Metris. Excuse me. Well, I'm sorry. I can't do that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to add something to my existing thing. But then again, I'm moving my whole family across country, so I'll have to check out the Metris. How does that compare to the Sprinter? Is that similar to the Sprinter? Because if I could own a Sprinter, I would, but I just can't. Got it. Need to park it in the underground parking in Toronto. Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess that vehicle is probably similar to the Sprinter. I'm not sure if it is. But we see a lot of Sprinters out here on the roads, especially for small grip and electric trucks. And then a lot of people do small box trucks for grip and electric. And, you know, the smaller ones aren't really much different. Glorified. But can you stand up in that Metris? You can in the Sprinter. So a lot of the smaller box trucks are, you know, for grip and electric are about this size. So my solution was, okay, I can't go out and buy another vehicle, so let me make an investment into something that costs considerably less than that, a quarter of that, and wind up with something that can do that job. But then I can park it outside of my studio when I get my next studio, and I can leave stuff in here, you know, that can be ready for jobs, but I can also you know, just easily bring in, once I have the carts, that stuff into the studio space. So I think it's going to be a smart way to do it. I'm not 100% sure, but wish me luck anyway. Just had deja vu for some reason. Happens sometimes. So there you go. Thanks for watching. No, it's just a few people today, but I thought I would share sort of the beginnings of this journey moving across country. Lots more to come. Take care. Bye.